Hello viewer, thank you for joining me today. I'm Dave, the fucking Vaper, and I'll do my best with my voice, but as you can tell, I've got a bit of a sore throat, a bit of a cold coming, I think, but hey, we'll soldier on. I did get up this morning with the intention of doing some overdue juice reviews, but with my voice, I don't think I can probably do it with my throat. So anyway, I'll do some hardware instead, and as you've seen from the flash before the video and the description, you're going to be taking a look at that little fella, and that's the Nectar Micro RDTA. So without further ado, we'll go down on the desk. I'll show you what's in the box and stuff, and then we'll put a build on it, juice it up, excuse me, juice it up, talk about it, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So see you on the desk in just a second. Right, here we are on the desk with the packaging. Steam drive. Now I can't find out an awful lot about steam drive, but I did get this from GearBest. The usual warning, C marks and recycle and stuff. Under 18s and bits and pieces. So the usual stuff that we used to see. Nothing on there, and just a label on the back there. Well, I'll go for GearBest, I think. So inside the box we have excuse me, we have the device itself, a little plastic bag like that, and we've got a bag of spares. We've got a spare O-ring, an Allen key, two, oh, that's useful, we've got two tech screws, another screw for the 510 pin, which I'll show you that in a second when we get down there, but that's pretty cool. So that's that stuff in there. Put to one side for a second. We'll come down to the bits and pieces. It does come off, standard 510. And as you can see in there, I'll just get some Fuka screwing on. Get some Fuka screwing. There is your deck. It's not too far away. There's the top of the posts there, which you can just about see. A little pointy thing out. Top of the posts. Top of the posts are there, just off. Right there is the top of the post. Those holes there are wick holes, and the little white peggy thing back there, that thing back there. Yeah, that's a stopper for them. Well, I suspect it's a stopper, easy as a stopper anyway. And those are your posts, one there and one there. But you're not going to be able to get a lot on you anyway, are you? So what I have got, I've pre-prepared a 28 gauge Canthol 12 wraps on a 2.5mm post somewhere. I did have it. Put in the bag. Did I put it in the bag? No, you didn't, fucker. Okay. Brendan's have been out and nicked it. But I will put a build on it. I took a build off this, so it's not spotlessly clean because I had a build on it. I've been vaping it. It's a mouth to lung, basically. It's a mouth to lung RDTA, which I find is just nice for a change. You know, when you're sick of doing clouds and you're on sub-ohm tanks and silly o'clock builds and all that kind of stuff, it's nice to get back to how it was when you first started with a nice mouth to lung, sort of like there's me Kyle. There's me Kyle there, mate. Oh, there's me Kyle. Excuse me. As far as this is concerned, there's nothing on the back. On the back? On the bottom? Yeah. Sorry, mate. There's nothing in the bottom. That 510 pin isn't adjustable. I'll show you in a minute. It's not. It's threaded for another reason. And then the top cap's in one piece. You've basically got two bits. Three, including the difference, you've got three pieces. There's the deck. It's pretty straightforward. Take that white peg out of there. And you've got an extra hole. So you've obviously got air hole there, and then you've got a juice hole there. So that's how that goes. Taking this thing apart is, well, yeah, it's not like anything else I've ever had. Basically, you undo that, which unscrews from there, then you swing it and undo this one of these two. That one, I think, yeah, that one. On that post there, look, you've got a post there. You undo the screw on top, you undo that screw there, undo that one there, and it falls apart. They do it with a yellow glass or a blue glass, I believe. Let me just check the gear best side. Yes, yellow or blue. 4.5 mil capacity. Made of stainless steel, PEEK and acrylic. So be careful with your tank. One big airflow control, it says. Well, I wouldn't call that big, but you know, it's it does it. It's 22 mil diameter, and it weighs nothing really. It weighs not a lot. Comes with the micro, the Nectar, 3 screws, a hex screw, and a spare ring, as you saw in the name. That's all it comes with. There are no distractions, there are no bits and pieces, but at the end of the day, what do you want for a tenner? I think it's 10 quid. No, 90. At this moment in time, as we speak, but it probably won't apply the time this video's up. It's on a flash sale, but there again, I got it. It was on a flash sale before, so check out GearBest and check out their sales. But at the moment, it's on sale at £7.25, which is kind of ridiculous for an RDTA. And it's all right, as you'll see. It vapes all right. So what I'm going to do, I'll stick it on this here tab, and then I'll stick a bill on it. Don't squash me. Don't squash me coil first. Dear. Hey ho. Right. Now then. You of course see that, can't you? Now the floor fog. Let me come in a bit closer then. I mean, if you look at the deck, you know how you're going to do it anyway, don't you? You know exactly how you're going to be coiling it, because when you coil it one way, the coil is going to have to go across there, over that air hole. There's your air hole. That is your air intake. That's it. Those two holes there. Anyway, let me stop waffling and just get on with it. So, right. They're nice chunky screws, actually. Nice chunky screws. Right. Now then. That's how it's going to go in. like that across there. Just going to wrap around them screws. So, find my little device, my little helper. Put that in there just to hold that on there like that. And then, see what I'm doing. Of course, see, without my specs on. Right. So, like that. That one's going to come round there. And screw down. Turn him round. That one's going to come round there. Screw him down. And there it is, just about coiled. You won't get much quicker than that. So, the screws are quite chunky, and you're trapping it underneath a fairly thick head on the screw. So, touch wood. I've had no problems with it snapping the wires yet. So, just trim those off, as you do. So, and wicking it is probably just as easy. I'll put in focus. Oh, you are ugly. But I'll have to get this rigged up better, will I? Lose that. Right. So, there we go. That's actually not in a bad place. Let me just move it over that now slightly. Line up my coil. Bear with me a sec, folks. Let's just line this coil up and see it. Line the coil up. And obviously you've got to be careful you're not touching the posts. As always, you've got to be off the deck and away from the posts. But you can't go too high because, I said, the top of that those screw heads are just below the top there. So that's about where you want to get it in focus. So you want to be looking at something like that, not touching the posts, in line with your holes, and off the deck. You can see off the deck. Yeah. So without further ado, I'm going to put some wick in it. No, I'm not. I'm going to check the resistance first. 1.12, it says. We'll see how that comes out. I was aiming at a 1 ohm, so 1.1 won't kill me, will it? Yeah, I got it because A, it was different, B, it was cheap, and C, it was back to the beginning. It's nice to sometimes have a nice relaxing mouth to lung, like, as opposed to massive great clouds. And it's a good flavour. It's a bloody good flavour, because the top cap is so short and the deck so close to your mouth. So it's going to be good on flavour, isn't it? It's got to be good on flavour. Where's my readers? Come on, fugly, get a grip, man. Leave me alone, I'm not a coward. I ain't very well. I'm struggling, Mr. Tab, if I'm charged battery. That'll do me. That will do me. 1.3 now. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get it with juiced up. Right. Lift up just ever so slightly up. That might be too far up. I think, if memory serves me correctly, if you've got a Coil Master coiling rig like this year, I'm pretty sure that if you put that bar, if you rest the bar post on the sides and press down, that's about the right sort of height for it. So there's a guide for you. So, bit of wicking. What sort of wick are you using, Fugly? Well, I'm using some cotton bacon bits at the moment. I'm not using that bit. You use a bit of cotton. What's sort of yeah, this stuff's I find that this native wicks, bacon bits, or any of the other sort of fibrous type things work well for this kind of stuff. For RDTAs, the things we've got wick, like the iJoy, what do you call it? The iJoy limitless. You know, we've got wicks hanging down. The velocity with a tank on it. That's it. You don't want masses of cotton, obviously, because you get a very big hole. I can tease this in, that's right, a bit thinner. Get the pump out of there. Just that bit. And then we can start to do a roll. Piece of bacon. Right. So, how I've been wicking it is like this. I want to go down to about halfway-ish in that tank, so something like that. So in fact, if I just cut that cut end off, that will be fine. Just where's my little cut? Spruce up a little bit. Spruce the cut up. And cut this end off to about there. And then I like to with me tweezers. Start it off from there. The tweezers start it off. One of the tweezers finish it off, or use my little toothpick. Whichever suits you. I mean, coiling and wicking are, you know, very personal things. People have got different ways of doing it. They want different types of wick, different types of coil. This was just a quick handful coil. It was the first thing I got to hand. And I took the old build off it on the basis I was going to do this review, but it wasn't any use. Straight. Good one. Right. There's the wick on the one side. Got a clump in it, folks. That's why it's not done it anywhere. Got a clump, eh? Got a clump, eh? Right, now we're cooking on gas. Put that body end in there. Put your computer every time. Right. There we have the Nectar Micro coiled and almost fixed. We've got a wick there, and a wick there. You've got wick both sides. Not that it matters particularly, because you can always just follow one side or the other. No, as long as you get it one way or the other, keep the wick chopped up. But the tank will last, I mean, you get, depending on your vape style, you'll probably get, anything up to an hour out of that tank. You're not checking out 75 miles of cloud, Right, put some juice in it, and we'll go up, and then we'll have a wait. As you can see, you can get dropper bottles in easily. Very easily. I've had no issue with filling this, I've had no issue with leaking. You watch. It will leak all over them. It's a death there, probably. Right. So, I'm going to fill it up, to be honest with you, using this for the rest of the day. Well, So, let's just check the wick. It shouldn't take that long to come through. Well, you can see that's pretty much, that's not completely dry anymore. That's getting pretty soaked with juice pretty quick. Simple coil, simple wick. So there's your air hole there. That's your air hole, that's your airflow there. There's no more. That's it. You've got that hole there. Goes into those two holes on the deck. Then you've got the air hole on the top ring that has your air open. Now I'm going to put this little peg in. I'm assuming this is what it's for. It came with no instructions, but there is a hole. There's a hole in that peg, so it is allowing air in. It's in the bag, so I thought it fits in that hole. Let's use it. There we go. There's the top one. I'm going to put one of the Gary Dibbies on the top. There we go. And then we'll go back up. I'll put on a mod. Stick it on the what do you call it? What do you call it, Fugly? Corsa. No. You boys. Yeah. Same difference. Right. So I'll see you back up the top in just a second, and we'll have a vape. Right, viewer. Here we are back up with the Nectar Micro on the cuboid. I'm going to sort of go back to where I started from, I suppose. Because I'm mouth to lung it, might as well go back to the sort of temperatures I started vaping at. But what I'll do, I'll go for a 3.7. 3.71 is 10.02 watts. 10.02 watts. And the coil is 1.35. You know, even at 10 watts, it's a vape. It's a decent vape. I used to vape around 16, 18 watts when I first started. Cracked up to 18 watts. 18 watts is 4.93 volts. Show you that. 4.93 volts. You see that? 18. You can have it as, you know, whatever you want, however you're happy vaping. If you like a warm vape, turn it up a little bit. Don't turn it down a little bit. But it's a no frills, no fuss RDTA. It does what it says. Coil and wick on the top, wick in the tank, fill the tank up, vape it. What I can say really. For the money, if you're looking to get into RDAs, you're not going to do bad by throwing 7, 10 quid at this, are you really? It's easy to build on, as you saw, even for me with no thumbs. It's easy to wick if you take your time and stop being a dog and check your cotton and make sure it's got no lumps at the end of it. It's a decent tank. No leaks on it. Doesn't leak. Doesn't gurgle, spit. It's just a good little tank. For the money, it's a cracking little tank. If you're a mouth to lunger, just starting off on your vaping journey, and you've got a starter kit or you've got a mod with a sub-ohm tank or whatever, and you're thinking about going into doing your own builds, this is not a bad place to start, because you can't. It will certainly give you the building experience. You can make a coil, you can put a coil on it, you can wick it up, you can juice it, and that's great when you first start. When I first did my first coil, I was like a dog with two dicks. You know, I'd been used to just put a coil in, vaping, coil gets shit, replace the coil, boom. That was fine up to a point, and then I thought, hang on a minute, people are doing their own coils and stuff. I'll have a go. And the first time I got a coil in an RDA, so an RBA, it was because I had the Kanga sub tank, and I used to use the stock coils, and then when I got a bit braver, I decided to give the RBA a go. And when I got the coil right and got it to work, and I took my first vape on a coil that I built, I was, whoa. And just gone on from there. And this is not a bad place to start. It's probably no more difficult to coil this. In fact, I'll go so far as to say it's easier to coil this than it is the Kanga sub-tank RBA. Because you just make a coil with legs going opposite directions, stick it in the middle, wrap one leg that way, one leg that way, done. Put some wick in it, put some juice in it, and have a vape. That's it. Anyway, enough from me. I'll put all the details in the description, as I do. I don't know if you need a link to Gearbest, but if you do, I'll put that in there as well. So thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've enjoyed it, leave me a like down there. If you want to see more of my videos up and coming, apart from ones I've already done, leave me subscribe down there or up there, whichever. That would be great. Good for me, good for you. If you like my videos, then you'll get to know when I post a new one. So yeah, have yourselves a good day. More importantly, have yourselves a good vape, whatever, mouth to lung, direct lung, stock coil, sub-ohm, whatever. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.